Congressman, thank you very much for coming back tonight. You've had a chance now to take a very careful look at everything the former Attorney General William Barr had to say yesterday. How would you characterize that testimony in relation to Donald Trump?
Well, thanks, Lawrence. And I'm really glad, of course, the Senate is also now taking action. So I do want to say that. That's really important. Look, I think what was pretty clear about the deposition with Bill Barr is that Bill Barr wasn't intimately involved in the Epstein case. There's no way that he could clear Donald Trump of anything or make assumptions about what Donald Trump may have known or not known, because he was not intimately involved. The folks that actually have all of the information were the federal prosecutors, the folks that were involved in the case, Alex Acosta, who we are demanding be deposed and testify in front of us, who we believe has an enormous amount of information. Bill Barr's testimony was important, but nothing substantial actually came out of that. I think what was really interesting is he also made some significant assessments of the way he viewed the Todd Blanche meeting with Miss Maxwell, with Ghislaine Maxwell. It's clear that's something that he believed was very unusual, and we believe it's very unusual as well. And so we've told Comer and the entire committee, look, whether it's Bill Barr or whether it's other testimony in the future, why not release all of these to the public? House Democrats are okay with all these depositions. Let's get the transcripts, let's get the video, and after each one, let's release all of this to the public. If this is really about transparency and about having a government that people can trust, let's put as much information out to the public as possible.
Are you aware of anything in that transcript of the Bill Barr 4 hours yesterday that should not be made public?
No, I think everything can be made public. I think there are going to be some instances. The Bill Barr testimony can be made fully public. Of course, there are going to be some moments where around victims and around making sure that we're protecting victims that we don't want to make public. But as far as Bill Barr's testimony, we'd obviously review it one more time, but there's nothing in that testimony, as I have seen, where that's the whole testimony should not be made public by the Oversight Committee.
Is there a Republican strategy on the committee to their approach to these witness interviews that they're conducting?
Yes. Their strategy is to distract. Their strategy is to handpick Republican witnesses that may not know a lot about the case or about Donald Trump's connection to the files. Their strategy is to slowly leak parts of the Epstein files, which is a reminder they didn't want released at all until we forced that vote. They had no interest in getting the Epstein files released. The DOJ had no interest in releasing any records or documents. It was only the subpoena that we forced that is actually now snowballing what we're seeing in front of us. And what's going to happen over the next few weeks is Republicans are going to put out different members. They want to see witnesses, former administration officials, Democratic officials, Republican officials, but they are not going to get to, or they don't want to focus on what really matters. Right now, today, Pam Bondi and Donald Trump have the power to release the full files and Epstein records today, tonight, right now. No one is stopping them. No one coming in front of us that's going to be deposed can change that the single most important thing that we need are those records. And Bill Barr, by the way, said as much in his testimony. He agreed when pressed if Pam Bondi could release the files today, and we agree with Bill Barr. She has the power to release all of the documents now, and Friday is not good enough. We'll see what we get Friday, but they're going to slow roll what they want to put out. And so we're going to make sure that every step of the way that we verify what's in these documents, we protect the victims, but we're not going to rest until the entire records and files are with us, and then that we can finally eventually get that out to the public.
Well, let me go back and double underline something you just said. It was former Attorney General William Barr's testimony yesterday under oath in that deposition that it is within the power of the Attorney General now to release the entire Epstein files.
Oh, yeah, he made that clear. And so I think that that's something that he understands. We all know. I mean, Lawrence, we all heard Pam Bondi. I mean, the files were on her desk. She said it on Fox News. She had access to the entire files. She's read through them. She's done redactions and her team herself. We know she has briefed the president on the Epstein files and his name being in the files. This has all been reported to the public. And so the question continues, why this delay? Why not just release all the files? Why do we keep bringing folks in, many of whom have no real knowledge of what actually happened? I am looking forward to this Friday. We want to see what's going to be released, and then we're going to push like hell to make sure that every last record and document is released, including, by the way, the client list. The client list is going to be very important, and I'm hoping that we get that on Friday. And we've got to remember, regardless of who's on that, this has got to be focused on the victims, and anyone that has done any harm to people or was involved in these crimes should be exposed, and the public should know who those people are.
It sounds like the breaking news of this hour right now that you're telling us is that the former Trump Attorney General, the last Senate-confirmed Trump Attorney General, says that it is within the power of the current Attorney General to release the entire Epstein files. Did William Barr indicate whether he would do that if he were Attorney General now?
He didn't indicate that. He indicated that the current Attorney General, Pam Bondi, has it within her power to release those files right now. And so we're once again saying she should release the entire files. And this idea that she's going to roll out some of it on Friday and then continue this kind of planned stage rollout is not acceptable. Once again, they are playing distraction, playing games. This is all part of a massive White House cover-up. We know Donald Trump does not want these files released after campaigning so vigorously to get them out. The American people deserve the truth, and we're going to keep fighting to get it.
Congressman Robert Garcia, thank you very much for joining us once again tonight.